Welcome to the show!
Are you lighting dumpsters on fire?
Last night was bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot!
He's like, oh, it was great. We used to live in the subway tunnels.
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming at you from a beautiful day in Brooklyn. The candles are lit and we're ready to have a great time. With me, as always, is my co-host, the indispensable, indisputable Mike T. Kerrigan, everybody.
Yes, how are you? How you guys doing? Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. YouTube, everything else, TikTok.
Yeah.
You know the rest.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. And God forbid,
What's
if you listen on
Rumble?
Spotify.
Can they rate, review, and subscribe on Rumble?
I haven't been posting on Rumble.
What is Rumble?
Rumble?
It's like a new alternative
It's
site.
where
It's a free speech one?
Yeah, when you get canceled, you go to Rumble.
You go to Rumble,
You
dude?
go to Rumble.
Is that like TikTok knockoff or Twitter knockoff?
It's Ben
YouTube.
Shapiro. It's Andrew Tate.
all
I'm
the
sure
boys.
Trump will be on
all
there.
the fellas.
All
It's
the
almost the
fellas.
exact same as YouTube, except for they're not using an algorithm, which is a bummer.
What does that even mean they're not using it?
So like it's just that you don't gain the momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
gain momentum.
it just
None
has
of
to be
that.
completely organic.
They have
Someone
to
has
look
to search
you
you
up.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's...
Which I don't like.
No, that's bad.
If you don't have a following, you just post and it goes into the ether.
Yeah, it goes into nowhere.
It's just nothing.
It's like, please look me up on there.
That's why I stopped posting, honestly.
Yeah, just make a website at that point. There's no point. Yeah.
Basically, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? And if you listen on Spotify, God forbid, just go down, give us 5 stars. Apple Podcast, 5 stars, baby. A couple people have been doing it. We appreciate you. We love you for it, but it really helps.
Have you gotten any bad reviews?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Mostly about Dylan talking about the candle that no one can see.
no, people
Yeah,
love
he
the
keeps
candle, dude.
mentioning a
How do
candle.
they love the candle? They can't see the candle. They can't smell the candle. The candle could be made up.
Yeah, no, there's no candle.
Dude, shout out to Brandon Wayner, a good friend of mine and an avid listener of the pod.
Yeah.
He sent us merch that he made where it just says the candles are lit and there
Yeah,
are 2 candles, and he's like, "You got to sell this as a T-shirt." And I go, "You'll be the only one who buys it."
People love the candles. They love them.
And that voice, let's just get into it and introduce him. Very happy to have him on the pod.
Thanks, dude.
Florida native.
Oh, yeah.
New to New York City comedian.
Yeah.
Christophe Jean, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Well,
I'm waiting for the audience to
yeah,
applaud.
dude, that's what we do. Dude, thanks for coming on.
We
We
had
really
that in
appreciate
after,
it.
Yeah, the claps.
Yeah,
So
we
what do you
had-
think? What's your first takes on New York?
It's great.
You like
It's
it
good.
right away?
I liked it right away, yeah.
Yeah, I,
mean,
was the same. I loved it right away.
yeah, I was really happy. I mean, I got like a little bummed out towards the end of the week but the first week I was here,
Yeah.
the first couple days of the week that I've been here, I was like, this is the greatest city in the world.
Did you think it was going to be like the way it was, or did you have a different?
It's pretty much like I've been here a lot. Like, I've been here like 5-6 times over the last like 4 years. So
Okay.
like I'm pretty familiar. I went here last year for like 10 days and it was pretty much.
So you're used to the smells, basically.
I'm used to the smells. I mean, honestly, I went here for 10 days last year and I feel like the homeless have gotten better. I don't know.
Really?
Interesting.
Okay.
This is a completely subjective experience, but I've had like no negative interactions with
No,
the
I
homeless.
think they have disappeared, a bunch of them, because the numbers are less. Like around Penn Station, there was like thousands.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was like wild.
Yeah, it was.
I was like,
I
okay.
remember, like you couldn't even. You're like, did I walk into like the wrong dimension? It was like their world only.
Yeah, I went to do the finance. I was staying in the financial district last time I stayed here, and I saw a guy just shooting up heroin like on the streets of the financial. I'm like, this is like the nice, fancy, rich Wall Street part of town, and he's just shooting up like in broad daylight.
He's
I'm
making
like,
a stand. He's like, take this,
yeah,
finance bros.
fucking that's Occupy now. It's
Yeah,
just- he's the last Occupy.
Occupy opium.
Yeah, dude. Is it New York City if you haven't seen someone shoot up heroin? I don't think so.
Yeah, I
honestly.
mean, it was very interesting because I saw him like sitting there, and I see him like he reaches into his pocket and grabs a little baggie, and I'm thinking like, oh, he's just like he's not gonna shoot up in the middle of the day. This is the financial district. He's not gonna just shoot up.
This is a nighttime drug.
I'm like, yeah. It's a sleepy time drug. It's heroin. It makes you go to sleep. And then he takes it out, and I'm like, okay, well, he's just moving pockets with it or something because it was in his like front jacket pocket. I'm like, that's a precarious spot for your heroin. I get it. Move it around.
Yeah.
And then he immediately just pulls out the needle and spoon. I'm like, oh,
God.
fuck.
New York City attitude for
I'm
you.
like, buddy's going for both, dude.
Some people wake up with a cup of coffee. Other people, a little shot of heroin.
A little shot of heroin. I'm sure it's a nice way to start the day.
Yeah, nothing gets me going, ready for the morning trades. So
Yeah.
like a little bit of heroin.
Well, just take a little nap,
I
dude.
seen a guy get on the train. He was a dealer.
Nice.
He goes to the last seat, and he puts he kept doing this look like no one could see him. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, everyone's watching him. Puts down all his heroin bags, and then he just starts counting his money like it's his office. But he kept doing the look like, no, they're not on to me yet. I'm like, bro, this is...
We see the heroin.
Oh my God. Dude, I've been seeing a lot more cops. I will say that.
That's because of my theory on that is...
Hochul?
The election. Dude,
Yeah,
that was such an election scam. And then but if you talk to those cops, you're like, can you help us? They're like, no.
Wait, why would there be more cops for the election?
Well, the governor was running, and the big thing was crime.
Yeah.
So she's like, she's a crime. She says crime is like, she says it's down statistically, but I figured they were like, we'll clean it up for the week.
Right. Okay. That's good.
And then once you're in, you can just go back.
Yeah. Let's juice up the cops right before the votes.
Dude, I saw a good take on that. They were like, crime is down in everything but murder, right? That's what they said. They were like, crime is down in everything but murder. But when you think about it, you're like, well, yeah, because the cops aren't arresting anybody. Yeah. Murder is the only thing that you're like, you can't let it slide.
Yeah. Hey, like, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Exactly, dude. You got to be like, if someone gets murdered, you're like, well, we can't give them a warning on this one.
Yeah, we'll have to write something up for this one.
So it's like murder is up,
Murder's
but all
up?
the other crime is down. Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe people are just pivoting to murder. Maybe there's a big murder market.
It's, people are jumping. Usually it's a progression. They're just jumping straight to, theft on Wednesday, murder on Friday.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Right? That's what,
We have a reoccurring discussion on this about sword carrying in the city. There's like a good bit. So Dylan was like, which a bunch of us have seen this too. So it's not like, there was a guy like doing his sword work out in the park.
Nice.
I seen a guy on the train the other night, 2 swords, ninja uniform. And I looked at other people and they wouldn't even give me the satisfaction. They were like, I don't want to get involved. I'm like, we got to stand up at some point.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, I saw a guy separately. I haven't talked about this yet, but I was taking the Amtrak to Albany and there was a guy with straight up 2 swords.
Like, is this a new thing that I'm supposed to, that I'm like not hip to?
Man.
They're like, dude, you can carry 2 swords if you want now.
I think you can always carry a sword. I don't think you need a permit for a sword.
4-inch blade knife. That's the rule in New York
Oh,
City.
really?
It's got to be 4 inches. So if it's smaller than your hand.
But maybe when you go to court, they go, yes, sir, but that's knife. This is sword. You can have a 1 to 2 foot sword.
It's like the old sword laws that they pull out from the 1800s.
That would be interesting to look up. We need to start looking up sword law.
Dude, it would be wild. You know what? I think we should get rid of guns in this country, but everyone carries a sword. Like
it's a mandatory
straight up
sword.
Yeah, like it's the 1700s.
Yeah.
We're just swording it up. I think we should bring back dueling. I think that would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
Swords or guns?
Swords.
Sword duels? That's pretty intense.
I don't know, dude. I don't want to get stabbed.
Well, dude, I think I would probably be a great swordsman.
I don't think you would.
Delusional.
You would not be a great swordsman.
Dude, I'd be great.
None of us here are in sword shape. Okay, we're not. We wouldn't last seconds in a real sword.
Honestly, dude.
This is the guy. You're the type of white guy who's like, when things are going bad in the economy, like, I guess we're gonna have to go back to hunting. Dude, no one in this country would survive a week.
He's like,
no one.
He buys a crossbow.
Yeah,
dude. If you
Dow
give me
Jones
a
is
month
down.
of
if
sword
I gave
trading,
you a dead animal right in front of you in the woods and no tools, you would starve to death. There's no way you're people. What do you think you're gonna start ripping limbs out?
Oh yeah, dude. I could cook a squirrel up. I'm
You'd
sure.
be covered in blood, just crying.
Dude, I watch YouTube videos.
This is the big thing I always hear people like. They're like, "Oh, go back to fishing." There's like 12 fish in the river in New York right now. 12.
Oh, we're gonna eat
And
that.
They're
but there's just not enough.
Definitely toxic.
Yeah, those things have
Not enough. We
HPV.
killed all the buffalo.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah. The only fish in New York have AIDS.
Yeah.
I would think
up.
so.
Yeah, they got something.
They're like
awful.
non-voluntarily trans in that river. They just change through
It's
the
like the
mutations.
frogs.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
trans frogs.
The
lead the way.
dinosaurs are changing genders.
All right, let's not get any controversial subjects here.
No, it is Jurassic Park, dude.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, dude. That's the plot of Jurassic Park. They make them all female so that they can't reproduce, but they use this frog DNA that the frogs can change gender like at will to survive.
Oh, yeah.
That's the whole thing. Is like Mother Nature will find a way.
Mother Nature would
Right?
find a way.
That's
They
the
should have
guy.
just killed the old guy after the first one. Like, this is the troublemaking old guy who just thinks he's always excited. He's like, we're opening a new park. I'm like, how many people died last time, big guy?
I don't know. I'd be pretty stoked too.
Yeah.
If I had a dinosaur park, dude, and I looked like Colonel Sanders,
Dude.
I'd be so happy.
I'm shocked that with all the amount of money that these billionaires have now, that they haven't done a
Dude,
real
they
life
already
Jurassic
are.
Park.
What do you
they
think?
are.
They don't bring it up a lot because of the island, but that was one of Jeffrey Epstein's main things. He was mass breeding himself.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
He was
Himself?
mass breeding
Yeah,
himself.
Like, you ever heard of those doctors who are like, they find out that the doctor who was doing the
like cloning himself?
the sperm guy.
But he was there's probably thousands of his,
really of his children, of little Epstein's running around.
Yeah, I think he was working on all fronts. He's probably working on clones, but he was doing it the old-fashioned way because he was also a sex addict.
Yeah. That was his
him and Bill Clinton.
problem.
Well,
he was an addict.
Allegedly, some would say he was a CIA deep cover operative.
Well, he's still a sex addict.
Yeah,
probably.
That's pretty sad,
Did you ever see the picture of Bill Clinton that he has in like one of the shacks? It's like the famous one.
In the dress?
Yeah, in the dress. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, it's
because it's so hard to be like, yes, I've never hung out over there. And the guy's like a picture of you in a dress over his couch.
Dude, do you know how close you got to be with your pals to throw on a dress and just like get drunk and just be like having a good time? Like, dude, those have got to be your best friends.
Yeah, that's a good time.
If
you end up in the dress.
Did you ever wear a dress at all for like a costume or anything like that?
No, I'm like deathly like uncomfortable with the idea of me in drag.
That's great. That'll save you,
dude.
I don't know. It's fine if you want to do that, dude. Have fun, live your life. But like the idea of like makeup I'm personally on my own body, I would find that repulsive.
That's very Chappelle-like. He's like, that's where I draw the line. You're not going to put makeup on me.
Me and Chappelle are just like it.
I did it once in college for Halloween.
Yeah.
Do you remember the show Little Britain USA?
Yeah.
Dude, there was a running joke where like there are pictures, and it's hard to deny, but like the actor,
he looks
exactly like
I know
me.
exactly who you're talking about.
And especially when I was in college, I didn't have a beard, I was fatter, and when he would dress up as a woman, and that schoolgirl, it was like embarrassingly identical. Okay, it was embarrassingly close. So I did it one year, and I literally I walked around, no makeup. I just threw a wig on and put this dress.
Nice.
I looked exactly like this guy.
Did you look nice? You think you looked pretty?
I thought I looked pretty cute, dude.
Nice.
I thought I looked great.
Good for you, man.
Definitely problematic. There will be a point where people are like,
why?
That's problematic.
You can dress like a woman.
Dude, you could go into work and tell them you're a woman. If anyone questions you, they're canned. They're gone.
It's true, actually. Right? At the moment, I felt like a lady.
Yeah.
So, you can't question me.
I mean,
someone had a funny joke about that. This guy like changed real quick, and he changed everything but like his voice.
Yeah.
And he had like the deepest voice in the office.
Yeah.
So it was almost like he felt like the guy was like pranking him. He's like, they're setting me up because he knows I'm gonna freak out on him.
That is the hilarious part. If I straight up like walked into work tomorrow and I was like, hey, everyone, I'm a lady now.
I like how when you became a woman, your voice went
deeper.
Yeah.
But if I did that, people would be like, okay. I feel like there would be a line. People were like, are you fucking with us? And I would be like, you just got yourself a lawsuit, motherfucker.
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like what are they going to do? It's work.
Exactly.
There's like nothing you can do at work.
Yeah, no, I would just be like, throw on, oh, no, I'm not changing my attire or anything.
Yeah,
but,
if some fella I worked with, like the next day, he's like in a dress and makeup and was like, oh, I'm a lady. Then I'd be, what am I going to do? Be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, just get fired for no reason. Just because like some guy is dressed like a lady today. Or
dude, you'd have to be like, woman. Okay.
Yeah, no,
nice.
I would be probably almost like annoyingly apathetic to them. Just like not even notice. Like, oh, I didn't even notice you.
Oh, yeah. Just be like, we're all going to lunch. You probably don't want to come. That's
Just stop inviting them to things. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? As I said it, I was like, this is going to sound really not what I'm intending to say. I apologize to everybody.
I get it. If there was a trans woman in your office, you wouldn't want to hang out with them. I get it. No, I get it.
Official stance from the Troublemakers podcast is we would only like to eat lunch with trans people, actually.
Now you're being sarcastic.
Mike.
I'm against it. 100%.
No, you can't say that.
Dude, I just watched. Did you see the trans dude who just went to jail?
You can't say that. We're gonna get.
Come on,
dude.
Bro,
we just got monetized on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Got
Nice.
monetized, and we're gonna be fucking banned when this episode comes out.
Says who?
YouTube, dude. You can't say you're against eating lunch with trans people.
So now I have to eat lunch with trans people? Like, dude, this is getting crazy. There was this trans guy. Did you hear about this one?
Oh, God.
He was. I heard from someone in the comedy scene.
It would be just to say. I think I would have lunch with people. Doesn't matter who they are. It's about their personality.
Yeah. But here, how do you feel about this one? So this trans guy went to jail, and I guess what he was doing, he was very. I I don't know if this is what he went to jail. I think he went to jail for assault, but he had been forcing himself on people, kind of like what you're doing with that thing. But he was like, you have to.
Wait, what do you mean? Forcing yourself?
Yeah, he was like, you have to like take my advances or it's hate. So anyway, he got in some sort of a brawl. He attacked someone and he went to jail and now he wants to flip on his trans because, you know, he looks like a woman in jail and it's not going good.
Dude, that was a Law and Order episode. Where
yeah, right. It's going on right now.
It was like, this was 5 years ago.
So
maybe.
would you allow him to flip or not? Are you like, hey, you made a decision, pal?
Well,
is trans forever, or are you allowed to?
Well, does the person have the because that's I think how the law defines it is like if you have the male genitalia, you have to go to the male prison.
Wrong. They put a male in with the women for that very reason. He impregnated three women and I think a guard. Yeah.
Whoa.
But think about
That's
that. Like if you're
crazy.
going to jail and somehow that loophole, they're like, hey, little twist in the story. You're going to woman's jail. You're like, this is the opposite of punishment in a way.
Wait, so it's a person who was born assigned female at birth who's identifies as a man who's going to women's prison now?
No, the one now, that the man who got all the women pregnant, they
Born a man,
threw him out.
identified as a woman, but went to women's jail.
Oh, okay.
With male.
This guy's going. This guy,
So a trans woman.
Yes.
This guy was male, dressed male.
I don't know.
Male to woman.
I don't know what
sent to male jail. So it is originally, I believe, male to woman, but looks like a woman, but in male jail now. So that's
that sucks.
And he was on the Zoom court like begging. He was like, "Please get me the F out of here."
Dude, that was a Law and Order.
That would be
episode.
horrible.
It's not even safe. Not even close to safe.
Yeah, if I was like a pretty trans lady and then I'm in
It's like dressing
prison,
someone up
be
as a
nightmare.
steak and throwing them in with pit bulls, like covered in barbecue
They're
sauce.
having sex with
Each
men.
other. Each other.
You throwing a trans lady in there.
Yeah, that's game over. That's what it was. This super like beautiful woman. They sent her to Rikers Island.
Oh,
and,
she was like a sexy
in like
lady?
an hour. Yeah, this is that Law and Order. And then like literally within like 2 hours, she was murdered.
Yeah.
they like just like assaulted her. And then,
How mad would you be if your cellmate murdered her? She just got here, guys.
Just got here.
I thought she was nice. I finally meet a nice lady in prison of all places.
They keep threatening to close Rikers Island. And every time that article comes out, like immediately the developers are like all over it. They're like, yeah, we are going to, Rikers Island is going to be the new hot spot for like condos.
Oh my God, it would be unbelievable if they closed the jail.
Yeah.
That's like prime real estate.
Yeah, skyscrapers.
Oh my God.
Do you think they'd keep any of the theme? You know what I mean? Like the little lobby.
Dude, they would. You know what's disgusting?
The electric
Dude, they would renovate.
They'd have like shanks in a case. That's what they do around.
Dude, in a year, they would renovate all the jails, and then you would like pay $5,000 to
live
like,
in the jail.
in a jail cell.
And it's like, we didn't change anything.
Dude,
That's
it
like
would
the
be
appeal.
like, oh yeah, I have H-wing. I paid $10,000 a month to live in H-wing. It's just like insane. It's nuts, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm where the Aryan brother used to hang. The Brotherhood used to hang out. That's where I'm at. Oh, I'm with MS-13. That's
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's just all white people.
There's a nice restaurant called The Yard.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that would be sick.
Oh, dude, I would
move there.
I would move there.
I mean, I can't afford $5,000.
I would have to do the lottery. That
Have
I'm
you
sure
ever been
they
to
do.
Roosevelt Island?
No, I've never gone.
I
So
was
hard to
thinking
get
about
to.
moving there to Roosevelt Island.
Really?
It's pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, it's too
It's also
expensive.
such a bitch to get
But
to.
I looked at it and I was like, this seems cool. But then I think the remoteness was kind of cute on a map. But then in reality, I think it'd be a bitch.
It's like you are in literally closer to the city than anywhere else, and you're so far away.
Yeah.
You got to take like a ferry or a bus and go like
Yeah, they
all
got
the
the
way
tram.
Fuck
and
a
there's a
ferry,
train
dude.
too.
up. Dude, I'm never taking the tram. You know that tram? It goes like next to the 59th Street Bridge.
No.
One time, it's if you ever seen City Slickers, he takes it, he commutes.
Hell yeah.
He commutes on it. Dude, there was a power outage in New York a few years ago, and these people got stuck on the tram
In the middle
for
of it?
8 hours, dude. 8 hours, just 150 feet above the ground.
Holy
this
fuck.
swinging car just stuck.
Do you think people
Bruh.
had like vape pens on them? Because that's like the question. Like when you're
Dude.
stuck, you're like, I can vape, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna vape.
Yeah, we're going on hour 8. You got to think like people, alcoholics.
Yeah.
Chances of at least
They're
one
shaking.
alcoholic on that tram with
Hopefully
no
they
booze,
had like a little, hopefully they had a little thing on them.
little nip.
Yeah, just one of those little cute little alcoholic bottles.
Dude, you're a drinker, right?
A little bit. I'm not a huge drinker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like how are you acclimating to the New York City drinking culture?
It's very hard not to drink. It's like, because I used to just be in Orlando. I would drive places, so I couldn't drink very much. Now I can just get on a train and go home. I can stumble home or whatever. So it's very convenient to drink. Also, everybody's drinking here, and there's so many bars. Whereas in Orlando, there's like 4 bars, and 3 of them I don't like. So
people also party hard in Orlando when I was there.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, no, if you go downtown, it's mayhem.
I had a great time when I visited Orlando. I don't know if Luke and I were on one street. We already told the story on the pod, but like gunshots went off.
Oh,
and
really?
people are running down the street, like running.
Whoa.
Dude, me and Luke, like the bouncer, like closed the door and was like locking people out.
Whoa.
Like, because we thought it was like a mass shooting. We had to run through the bar. We ran through the bar, ran through the back exit, and like ran 3 blocks over.
What street?
I don't even remember.
What bar? Do you remember? What did it look like?
It kind of had like a barrel in front.
A barrel?
Like an old timey barrel.
Okay.
Were you downtown?
Yeah.
Downtown or like was this right next to a taco place by chance?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was like those. It was right next to that like main drag of bars.
Okay.
It was like on one side, and then we went back into this other side. I don't remember.
Okay.
Actually,
I gotcha. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I won't drop the name. So
dude, it was great.
Yeah.
It was. We had a great time. Other than the
fun.
almost shooting.
Yeah, that's fun. Dude, gunshots are fun.
Very exciting though.
I've never shot a gun. I'd like
Really?
to. I'd like to.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Can you do that in the city? Is there like gun ranges?
No, this is like a no
city.
carries. This is like the
There's not even a gun range. I can't even go to the range.
Dude, I
doubt in the city. There probably is in the city. I haven't heard of it though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, shooting a gun will turn you into a Republican real quick.
That's what I've heard. Is just it's such a powerful feeling. You're like, I'll never take these away from me. Like the second you shoot one, you're like, I need it.
I watched my cousin, who is like one of the most liberal people I know, and she'll deny it. She'll be like, no, I did. But I watched her shoot a gun, and I was like, you could see her slowly being like, well, I mean, maybe Trump isn't that bad.
Yeah. She's 2 shots and she's like, build a fucking wall.
She's like, this is pretty nice. I don't know. Maybe people should show IDs to vote.
You're from Florida. Would you say the majority of people like DeSantis down there? Both Republican and Democrat?
No,
or it's still split?
No. Democrats hate DeSantis.
Really?
Yeah, they hate him.
Are there Democrats in Florida?
Yeah.
That's
I like
crazy,
in the metropolitan areas. If you go to Orlando, Miami, Jacksonville, Tampa, they're, which is where most people live. But if like you get, it's one of those things where you like see like a map of how it's voted and there's like 4 blue dots and then it's like a red ocean, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then it's 50-50 because everybody lives in the tiny blue dots. And it's like everybody else is spread out in the red area.
Oh, dude, it's like New York. It's if you look at a map of the New York when they vote, it's like New York is all red except for this little dot that is Manhattan.
Right,
but that is literally
most of the population.
2/3 of the population
exactly.
is in New York.
Yeah, that's how it breaks down. That's why like Florida's so 50-50. It's just like there's not a huge city really. I mean, the Orlando, and Tampa, Miami are like decently sized, but it's not massive. And then it's just the woods. There's so much of the woods.
The swamp.
Yeah, dude. If you drive up the west coast of Florida to like up the Panhandle like that, like it's like banjo country, like freaky. Like it's.
Have you ever been up there?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking like I did a gig in Panama City, which is fine. Like Panama City is like whatever.
I went on spring break, Panama City Beach.
Yeah,
it was great.
I think there's like almost like a I don't know if Panama City is the same now, but there was like some weird like legislation, at least in like Daytona Beach, where they almost like they like Detroited themselves. Where
really?
They made the legislation like, okay, there's no liquor after midnight, there's no strip clubs. Like they got rid of all this shit and the economy just collapsed, and now it's just like a fucking meth opium den now.
That sucks,
Now
dude.
it's just like needles on the floor, and you're like, yeah, there used to be money here. There used to be fucking money in the beach. Now it's just fucking beach bums. It's
like Atlantic City. It's like Atlantic City. Same
Except
thing.
for the weather's Atlantic City, like the cold comes.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's nice.
So you did a gig up in
Panama City, and just the way there, you just see like
cool. To go to Panama City, right?
Yeah, I mean it was a good gig. I liked the gig. It was a fun. I did 2 gigs, and one was fucking rough. One was fucking.
Why was it so bad?
Because it was a bar. So we're driving to the bar, and on one side of the road we see like a lodge, like the elk lodges.
Yeah.
But it says like, for the sons of Confederate soldiers is like the name of the lodge. It was like my grandpappy fought on for the South. Like it was that with a big Confederate flag, and we're like, hell yeah, dude. And then we get into the bar, and it's like the bar is littered with Confederate flags, and like every dude there is like fresh off a blue collar job, like. Not that there's anything wrong with blue collar jobs, but like these are rough tradesmen. This is not like the guy with a plumbing business. This is a guy who like, I've been roofing 45 years and he's got no teeth. And
I killed gators for
I mean, they're yelling the F word for gay people at me when I'm on stage. Like it was brutal, dude. It was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of got them back just by like, I'm not doing jokes. I'm just going to like engage with these fucking Hills Have Eyes people. And it was actually pretty fun by the end of it. But boy, I was booked for 30. I think I did 22 or something, and I was like,
"Oh, dude, that's brutal." Have you ever been to the Everglades?
No, I've never been to the Everglades. I'd like to though.
Have you ever done that?
No, I'd love to go on an airboat.
I would love to do that. Do like one of those boat rides.
Yeah, do the airboats, dude. Those look fun as hell.
Sick.
I would love to do that. I'd love to also like maybe hunt for something. You
never been hunting?
No, I've never been hunting. I'd love to go hunting. I love fishing. So I'm like, hunting's basically the same shit, but it's a deer and a gun.
Same thing, except the animal can kill you.
Yeah, you know what's
not
different, though?
a deer?
A deer with the
A deer
horns
could
and
not
shit.
kill me, dude.
With the horns.
I have a gun.
That's true.
I'm not worried about a deer.
That's true.
And they're scared of me. They're so scared.
Dude, I just saw a video of a couple of videos. I saw one of the bear stalking a guy.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
see
fucking
that?
scary as hell, dude.
Dude, I saw another one it was terrifying. It was like a cheetah. Did you see this one?
No.
Dude, the cheetah's like prowling through the tall grass.
Yeah.
And the guy has a gun pointed like a handgun at it.
Yeah.
And he's yelling because he don't want to kill the cheetah. And which it's like perfect opportunity to stuff a cheetah and put it in your office. It's
I don't know. I'd err on not.
I'd
err on not shooting and killing the.
I probably wouldn't want to
I would
either.
like to eat it, and I don't want to eat a cat.
You don't want to eat a cheetah?
You don't want to eat a cheetah?
No, dude.
That's probably disgusting.
See, again, with the hunting, you don't know what you're talking about. All the animals that eat
Dude,
meat.
why are you being so defensive right now?
All the
You don't know
animals
what
that
you're
eat meat are
fucking talking about,
disgusting.
Dylan.
Out of
They
control.
taste disgusting. Bear,
Yeah.
dog, cat. That's what they don't tell you. Like
Yeah.
raccoon, and it's loaded with parasites. You got to cook the shit out of that meat.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I feel like
You want to
don't
go for
know
you
that,
want to go
Mike.
for the grazers
Yeah.
Oh,
that only eat grass.
You ever see the capybaras? You ever see those?
The reality is, I'd eat one of those. They look
Yeah,
like,
I'd definitely
they
eat
look
one
like
of those.
pigs.
They look delicious, which is fucked up.
And pigs aren't grazers.
They look like a pig and a rabbit and like a beaver.
They're
fucked.
bigger than you
Really?
think. Like
They're
I've
like
seen,
this big.
They're even bigger.
Capybaras?
I seen a big dog go out. I thought they were that big. This big dog got near it, and it was more like the thing was like
Equal to the big dog?
No, it was like twice his size. I was like, oh,
They're the biggest
shit.
rodent in the world.
Yeah.
Biggest rodent.
Jeez.
And they eat them
Oh wait,
in
are they
Louisiana.
in? I was gonna say they're in New Orleans.
Yeah,
right?
they eat them in
They're
Louisiana.
not native, so they're like invasive. They take.
I forgot what are they? What are they
They
called?
look
down
like
there?
big rats, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. They're like
They look like
Yeah.
kind of like beavers almost.
Beaver rats.
Like in the
What
face.
are they called?
Like beaver
Capybaras?
dogs. Capybaras.
Oh yeah, capybara.
Capybara. I think capybara.
Capybara.
Did I spell it right?
Oh yeah, I've seen these things. They almost look like moles, kind of like muskrats.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
eat one of
dude.
those. Is the whole point of that.
I'd probably eat one.
Yeah, there's too many of them.
Would you eat a dog?
No.
No, I mean all those things you can eat. I've heard from people that hunt. They're like, yeah, bear meat's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
You gotta,
gross.
like put it in a.
It's
chick-
like
you know
really,
what I mean? You
really
gotta
strong.
bury it.
It's really, really strong flavored, and I heard it's really
Gamey.
greasy too. Yeah, greasy and gamey. Like,
Yeah.
I
it's not good.
wouldn't mind eating a squirrel, but I wouldn't want to eat an opossum. You know what I mean?
I'd eat a possum. I'd eat a squirrel.
Oh.
I'd eat just about anything that like is like a little furry thing, but I'm not gonna eat a fucking big old animal. You know, I'm not gonna like a horse. Probably pretty gross.
Horse is probably
It's in.
pretty gross.
You've probably eaten horse. It's in
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
That was in England. I don't think that was.
No, that
was here.
Yeah, that was here.
Oh no!
I think it was more here than in England. They always test it out in America because
I think England was mad cow. I think
That-
they had the mad cow bad.
They
for
did
a
have
while.
mad cow.
The cows were eating each other, and then they were
Yep.
serving the
No,
cows.
Yeah.
it's because they feed the cows processed. They do it. The cows don't do it on their own.
I know. It's not like the cows are coming out and it's
I feel like you
Jesus.
willfully misinterpret
you-
what he says.
What are
and
you
make him look like
talking
a
about?
You said
dude.
where the cows were eating each other.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were because they like ground up
Yeah.
They ground up
They're
like
like-
scraps and
Yeah,
like
The way
threw
you
it in
said
the
it, it sounded like the
compost.
cow was like, "Hey, I'm going to take a bite out of my buddy over here and go AWOL."
dude.
No, that is what you said. Actually, I'm with
All right,
Kerrigan.
dude, I don't
agree with
fucking like
Kerrigan
this.
now.
We'll get the English teachers on the comments.
Yeah,
here.
no, the cows are eating each other, meaning, they're fucking waking up in the morning, they strap up their 6 shooters, and they go out, start fucking shooting cows, and then they just, instead of
They
eating grass,
fillet
they're eating
and
the
grill
cows.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they smoke the ribs.
That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah. You ever have a beef
Yeah, they're
rib?
eating each other.
Crazy. A beef rib?
A beef rib?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking
Really
good.
good.
Yeah.
So good. I went to Texas. I had like authentic Texas barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
It's more beef than pork?
it's like all beef. There's like no pork.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no pork.
What's
but
the sauce about?
it
I'm a big
was
sauce guy.
it wasn't really sauced. I remember eating it plain and
Dry rub.
Yeah, dry rub.
Have you had Jamaican jerk chicken yet?
Yeah, I love it. It's the best.
Okay, all right,
It's the
good.
best.
You got to go to Peppa's. I always
Peppa's?
shout out Peppa's.
Where's Peppa's?
Crown Heights. What's the other one? Not Flatiron. Flatbush.
Okay.
Flatiron. Have you ever have you ever been arrested?
No, I've never been
No?
arrested. No.
Have you almost been arrested?
Yeah, a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah, I've just
Anything-
been pulled over. Like we were smoking weed in the car, and then
Okay.
yeah, the cop like asked for the drugs, and the driver very nicely of him just gave him his bag of weed. I had a bunch of weed that I stuffed into my underwear, and I also had a vape, like a Pax vape,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
the dry herb vapes. I had one of those. I just stuffed under my balls, and I was so scared, dude. That's a fun story too because my buddy had taken Molly that night, and we were all having panic attacks. There's 3 dudes in the back seat, 2 in the front. The driver was just everyone else was stoned, but the guy in the passenger seat had taken Molly, and
Ugh.
so the driver gives him his little bit of weed, and he says like, "I smell weed. Give me your weed." And then he goes, "Is there anything else in the car?" And we all at the same time go, "No, sir." Right? And then my friend on Molly didn't say anything, and he shines a light on my friend on Molly. He goes, "I didn't hear a no, sir, out of you." And my friend's high as shit on Molly. He goes, "No, sir." I just remember his voice being like, "Oh no." He's just having such a nice night. Like he didn't. And then we're like, "Ryan, what the fuck was that?" Like later, and he was like, I was having a good night. I thought everything was going good. I knew everything was going to be okay, guys."
It's so weird to a guy like me that when you go to Florida, just because what I think about it,
Yeah.
that weed is illegal. Like I go
Not,
there.
yeah, it's now it's semi-legal. It's
You'd
medically
think it would be
medically
legal.
legal.
I mean, because we obviously don't really know the inner workings, but like
Yeah.
by its like wild nature, you'd be like, that would be the first place it was legal.
Not really, dude. There's just so many like backwards boomers, dude. Like
Yeah.
there's still people who think like that's why the medical thing works is that like these boomers who can't like to me medical marijuana is such a farce like inherently.
Of course it is.
Yeah, because like it's just to get old people to understand that it could be useful to them.
And
you know?
they all smoked dope.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you
they all
guys were
smoke pot.
hippies.
No, they're the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
people because they had these lives that were like, they're at fucking Woodstock and then the next minute they're,
They became
Marching
like-
on Washington.
Yeah, well, they became like
then they're
high.
storming the fucking Capitol. Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden, in the 60s, you could march on Washington, but now it's a problem.
Guys can't hang out anymore.
Dude, it's, look, guys can't fucking hang out anymore.
But yeah, dude, it's fucking it's ridiculous.
That's
It's the most backwards boomer logic. Like you'll have I've had people come in with like raging, right wing people who are like insane people, and they come into the store and they're like, yeah, these fucking Mexican like bitching to me
my
like
God.
racist shit, like sexually harassing my coworker.
Oh my God.
And then they buy weed in their full MAGA gear, and I'm like, what is your ideology? Because I don't really
why they
quite
Yeah,
understand.
that happens to me a lot too. It's probably because of the red hair.
Yeah.
I get people of all races, like when they've had that day where they want to say something racist, they see me like,
yeah.
oh,
he's the
get
guy.
over here.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
Like I had a Chinese person do it one time, and they're like pointing at me. I'm like, dude, I'm not into this right now, and I'm not fighting everyone that you're yelling
was he
at.
like these fucking black people?
Yeah, it was way worse than that. Way
The first time I came to the first time I ever came to New York, I did an open mic, and this was in like 2017. It was a while ago, and I was doing an open mic, and there was a Japanese guy on stage, and he's like complaining about how white women don't want to fuck him. He had like a thick Japanese accent.
Okay.
Which I'm not brave enough to do yet, but
Yeah, we'll
give me a couple days in the city.
Dude, we'll pocket that, and when you get SNL, we'll release
You'll
it.
roll it out.
That's what blew Shane Gillis up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, here we go. No, this is my big chance, you guys.
Come on, just do it.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm fucking with you.
But there was he's a Japanese guy on stage, and he's talking about how white women won't fuck him, and he's like, yeah, you know, these fucking white bitches. These fucking white bitches, they won't fuck me, but they'll fuck black guys? That was like his...
Oh, no.
And he's like, come on, right? I mean, it's stupid. They'll fuck black guys, but
He's like pointing at black people. That's unbelievable.
I was like...
Oh, my God.
I howled. I was
As
like...
a comedian, that's our comedy
That's
show.
the funniest thing I've ever
Like,
seen.
when
There's
someone does
nothing
something
funnier.
that bad, like...
What mic was that?
It was at a Laughing Buddha mic.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
place
yeah,
for that
yeah.
show.
Which is funny. Laughing Buddha, Japanese guy.
Oh, God. If that was
so
at the
funny.
Creek, it would shut down the show.
The Creek got shut down.
It would shut
Like,
down
it would
the
kill?
show. No, it would like...
No, the safe space, they'd shut the show down.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
they'd do an announcement. 3 girls would come up and they'd be like, I'd just like to tell everybody in the audience.
Really? The Creek?
I've been raped. And you're like, what does that have to do with this tale?
Dude, there's a joke. That happened to Mike, twice? Where like
You shut down
literally,
mics, dude?
Mike would go
it
up
was like
and
the
tell a
height of
joke.
this like cancel Mike shit. It didn't last very long, but
Dude, I remember...
They just stopped shows.
Tuma just happened to be at every one of them, and he was new to the city, so he was like, I know he was texting people like, dude, everywhere Kerrigan goes, they shut the mic down.
This
He
guy
has
can't
to
go to
leave.
an open mic.
It only happened twice, and he was there.
He was telling us, he's like, yeah, they shut it down. I had to get off stage. And we're like, no way, dude. That's not possible.
Yeah.
And then Luke comes to the city twice in a row. He's like, dude, Kerrigan's not lying. He gets up there. They just hate him.
Dude,
What bits were you doing? Can you say? Are you willing?
it was a joke about Native Americans and how that rape is a two-way street and that they were also raping. I was like, that's like a common ground we had. Like, it's a historical fact. And then I'd go on and they didn't care though. They would just signal out one word. That's what pissed me off. They didn't care about the context.
If you replaced it with like, when we were attacking Native Americans when we came here, they were also attacking us, then it would be fine.
Yeah, I don't even say
But it's
us.
like the word, or like attacking the settlers.
Yeah, it's a tough
settlers.
sell. Anything
tough
about
sell.
that subject's gonna be a tough sell.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But that was nothing. I mean, we had cats like, I don't think you ever got to see Phil 987. You want to
I've
talk
heard
about
about
shut
I
a mic
remember
down.
him. I never met him, but I heard tell of Phil
You
987.
would, like,
Didn't
just,
he-
he would
didn't he be
make,
like-
their heads would explode, but that would make everyone make it so much more funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like I said, like it was a comic for comedians during the set. It was he would break the whole place up, even if it was a stiff mic, which was funny.
Oh, dude.
And no one could say anything to him either.
because he seemed insane.
No, because he's Asian, so they didn't know how to come about it. They were like, we want to.
I didn't know he was.
They wanted to categorize him as straight white so they could nail him to the wall, but they're like, we didn't know how. And you just,
What did he say? It was anti-gay stuff, I think, right?
Well, no, he'll have different subjects, but whatever that subject is, he goes like,
He's like, let me say the most.
yeah, I
horrid
always
thing.
give a warning.
Wouldn't he scream the N-word?
I think it was in the act somewhere or another, but
Yeah, the act.
Casually?
But the thing
act.
is, like if there was people from, generally speaking, I think I seen some like Harlem people, and when
Yeah.
he would get on, they would just die because they're like, it's so wild.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, and they don't take it as offensive because they're like,
No.
you're just like, what are we? What? His hair
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
be down
yeah.
to like his waist too. So like sometimes I don't know if people knew he was, a
man.
girl or a guy. They're like, we don't know what's going on here.
He's like a petite Asian with long hair. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, look at this cute little waifu gonna go up and make us laugh. And then he's like, I hate gay people.
Clip that.
Yeah, just that part.
That's going to be the
I'll do
clip.
it for the camera. Me.
Oh man.
Dude, Kerrigan, you know what I just thought of? You were saying earlier, dude, do you remember when you went down to watch the Occupy Wall Street? Did you do that?
Which one?
Were you telling me that you went down to and you got into a fight with people because you were you were filming at Occupy Wall Street?
Oh, that was in Occupy Wall Street. That was like during the summer riots here. Remember they're doing those riots?
Yeah.
They set up a little shanty town, and I was just like taping it.
It was in Fide-Eye, right?
It was right across from Town Hall, like down the financial district. Yeah.
And they're all camping out and it was during.
Oh, me and the naked cowboy got in a fight with Antifa.
Dude, can you imagine? What? Can you imagine, dude, getting into a fight with these people who are protesting and the naked cowboy comes and has your back?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Whoa.
what happened, dude.
Well, these
Can
guys.
you tell the story?
There's not much of a story. I was just down there and I was like taping because it was like a going on, and I got approached by these. It's always the same. These two little white communist dudes, total dicks, but they always keep their voice like the same. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." They're not sorry. And then I was like, "Yeah, whatever, bro. I'll tape whatever I want." So they go and they get the two psycho. This is all these Antifa. They always give two guys right out of prison who are mentally ill, giving them some money. They're black, so they send over these two goons, and I'm fighting with the goons. And then the naked cowboy comes over singing like a pro-Trump song, and it just all converged at one time.
What an insane moment.
Oh. Yeah, it was insane. It was totally insane.
Did you get beat up?
You couldn't
No,
write that.
we were ready to rumble too.
Oh, okay. So you didn't like throw exchange
dude, the
blows.
naked cowboy's huge.
Oh, really? I don't know. I can kind of see what he looks like, but I thought he was kind of like a sinewy guy, like just kind of a lean, kind of shredded
he's jacked,
guy.
and
he's big.
He's in a bikini all throughout the winter, so that takes some sort of mental strength. You know what I mean? Like I always see him like, dude, I couldn't last 5 minutes. He's in Times Square for 6 hours. Oh. Like it's like freezing out.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and he sings and shit.
Is he good? Is he a good singer?
He's actually pretty good. There's a female version of him who Tuma has interviewed who's a train wreck. The old lady.
She stinks.
Oh, I've seen her.
Oh, she's half naked. She's like 78.
She's tone deaf.
Tone deaf. She's
beautiful.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman.
She might have been 40, 50 years ago.
she's in her 70s, 80s, and yeah, beautiful woman.
I know. What's
naked
the
on
oldest
the
lady
streets.
you've ever had sex with?
Oldest?
Yeah.
I don't even know. 40s?
40s?
Yeah.
What are you, 28?
Oh, yeah, thank you. No, I'm
Do you think
33.
do you think
but-
there's
33? I don't know.
Do you think
I
there
just
should be a
assumed you're
limit?
close to his age. What?
Do you think there should be a cutoff legally?
No.
No, okay. Well, I think there should.
What is
Like
it?
a
nursing
upper,
nursing
why would there be an
home.
upper,
An upper
age?
age?
Nursing home.
I mean, but if it's two nursing home people banging, then that's fine.
They actually were spreading STDs in nursing homes.
in
for
the villages.
Yeah.
There's a large retirement community in the villages.
Oh, I've heard about it. Have you been there?
Yeah, I performed there.
Really?
They're great. They
Dude,
love
I bet it's
they
awesome.
love blue. Like I was so worried because I'm like, oh God, they're 85, you know? And so I'm like doing my hokey clean shit that I don't really like doing. And then at some point I alluded to like an STD in a joke, but it was basically a clean joke, you know?
Yeah.
And they kind of got a groan, and then I just opened up like, do you know where we are right now? Like this is, you all have herpes, like you know, and they loved it. And then I did like hokey clean shit for like 7 minutes. I had a middle. And then the rest I was just fucking around with these dirty old people. It was like
Dude.
it was so much fun.
Is that here?
No, the villages. It's in it's in
Florida.
Ocala, Florida, basically.
It's like they built like a city,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's like a rural.
retirement city.
Yeah. It's like a giant golf community for 55 ups, and they just fuck
great.
each other, and they're like, yeah, they're
Swinging.
Yeah, they're swinging, and they're. It's like a single old man's like Florida retirement fantasy. You know, it's like Vegas for geriatric
55
people.
plus, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome, dude. Like they get everywhere. There's everything they need. They get everywhere by golf club. There's, you know,
It's pretty
or
great.
golf cart.
I would move down there.
Dude, if I was 80 and single, I definitely would.
You got to be
dude.
rich, right?
It's probably, you
Yeah.
probably got to have some money. Yeah.
Wasn't there a big, are they Trump people down there? Because I forget, I think they were split.
Yeah, they
I saw
are
some
split.
video about them doing like,
They
they
are
had like a
split.
Trump parade and a bunch of people who were like pro-Trump and a bunch of people who were
No,
like
they're
protesting
actually
it.
pretty like down the middle.
That's
they're
pretty
not.
good.
They're not.
I like that.
They're not super right wing, and they're not super left wing.
Bunch of
I remember
moderates.
Give It Up for the Troops was a big thing in Florida. I think most people, I think most people were doing it sarcastically.
I do that.
Yeah,
Give it
I
up
was
for the
doing Give It
troops.
Up for the Troops, and then I follow it with, and let's not forget about the private bankers who let these boys be heroes. Right? 'Cause if you're going to give it up for the heroes, we got to give it up for the bankers that start the wars. And that's when no one ever gets that, or like they hate that so much.
I kept trying to do this bit. Maybe I'll try it here, but it kept bombing in Florida. And like the crux of the bit is like talking to a military recruiter, and I'm talking to this guy, and he's a military recruiter, and he goes, "You know what it's like in sales?" And I'm like, that's not sales. You know, like, so I was like, what do you sell, boys to the government? You know?
Yes.
So that was like the joke like that, and
Holy
people
shit.
fucking hate
That's
I think that would
funny,
work around
though.
here because those guys are. They used to come to community college, and I was like,
Yeah,
most
dude.
of these guys aren't right in the
Dude,
head that you're talking
Bro,
to.
they come
always
to
get, like, the
poor
weak
people.
kid
They
who's
go
like,
to poor people. They go to shitty high
course,
schools.
of
It's like
course.
you suck. You suck.
Dude, you could say that it's like human trafficking.
Yeah, I would.
These recruiters are like human traffickers.
They get you to sign your organs off. They're like, and you're going to donate your eyes.
That's
like,
what
are you planning to kill me?
A big thing as I'm excited for. Like already in, I've done like 5 shows in New York.
Yeah,
and the audiences have just like been with it. Like I don't know. Like in Orlando, it's like 1 out of 4 are like that. But every show I've done so far is like I don't have to explain a reference. I don't have to like justify my moderately liberal point of view. Like it's not crazy to be like the military's kind of fucked up. You know, like it's not a crazy
I think
idea.
they're actually switching though. Like now we're like pro-military.
What now in New York?
Yeah, because like if you cross the you're like, I don't know if we should be there. They're like, excuse me.
Okay, yeah, Ukraine is fucking.
Which I know, and you're like.
It's something else.
I know nothing about it, but whenever they interview those people in the street, they also have no.
It's a strange thing. It's a strange thing for like liberals to be so gung ho about.
They used to be. It's switched in my generation so much. Like liberals now embrace George W. Bush, which is insane.
Well, he's an artist, dude.
Yeah,
he's an artist.
In what way do they? I've never. I do not think
he's
that.
He's a
dude,
Democratic.
have you seen his
he's a Democratic
paintings?
Speaking thing because
That's no way, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No way.
There's dude.
No, Democrats now like George W. Bush because he's.
I'm a Democrat. I don't like George W. Bush.
I'm telling you because he's anti-Trump. So they automatically like him. I'm like, but
it's like what they do with Mitt Romney, where they're like, look good for Mitt Romney for.
He's also an artist. You know, he's a painter.
Yeah,
so
he does. So was Hitler.
Falls right in.
So was Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you seen Hitler's paintings?
No. Are they good?
Not good.
Mitt Romney's another one. People don't know anything about.
To be honest, if they were good, he probably wouldn't have started the Holocaust.
Yeah, I mean, like blaming the Jews for those shitty paintings is just it's out of line, really.
Yeah, dude. If he was a good painter, we would just be talking about him as like an artist.
He'd probably just be like forgotten and just be like, yeah, he was a middle of the road painter. Like, yeah, Hitler. Oh, was that a Hitler?
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll hang it.
Hitler gets too much attention.
What?
I feel like we give Hitler too much attention.
What, as an artist?
No, I think it's Stalin's time. I think we need to get into Stalin.
Yeah,
his numbers were way higher.
His numbers were higher. He had he tried to build a statue so big of himself that
it collapsed or something.
Physics couldn't hold it up.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kind of rules.
Yeah, because he's that.
Who is the Pol Pot? I feel like no one's talking about Pol Pot either.
Never even heard of him.
Pol Pot, the Cambodian dictator.
Oh, we haven't.
He killed like half his population. He was a fucking. He was a. I mean, this guy.
Oh, those guys were ruthless.
He was a real asshole. This fella.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about it. You do. So you do a Man on the Street show.
I do. Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
Dude.
On Snapchat.
Check it out. Go check it out, guys.
One question on Snapchat. Check it out. Thanks.
Dude, what? I can't even imagine. What's the craziest person you've ever talked to on these shows? Because I have to imagine you come across so many just drunk, crazy people.
I mean, there's a lot of frat dudes want to fight me.
Really?
A lot of people want to fight me.
What kind of questions are you asking, just for anybody who hasn't, like...
I mean, I've asked, like, okay, the thing that made the frat dude want to fight me was I said, what's the gayest thing you've ever done? Because I thought it'd be funny.
You know why he got upset is if you're
gay.
in a frat... No, these frats make you do gay shit.
Really gay shit?
Yeah, the elephant walk. I remember my buddy when
yeah.
he came home and he told like regular guys like me about it. Like, dude, that's gay shit. They're easing you into. They're like, no, it's part of the. They're like, yeah, you just go in the room and
and you jack off your head brother and
oh my god.
They're like, it's not gay if it's done out of hate.
Have you ever heard of Ookie Cookie?
I'll come on a cookie, and whoever comes last has to eat it.
Dude, you should be thrown in jail for life for that.
If you make someone do that,
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I mean, it is, to be honest, like the parameters of the game make perfect sense, and all you need is a cookie.
It's true. It's
a
simple.
low. You get like all you need is a couple guys and a cookie.
So what'd you say to the guy that got him so mad about? You asked him. You just straight up were like, "Hey, are you?"
I said, "What's the gayest thing you've ever done?" And he said, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Fucking talk to you."
Oh my god,
dude! I've had dude. It's shocking. Like it'll be guys who look like you.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll go, "How would you feel if your son was gay?" And they'll go, "I would never talk to him."
Oh my god!
They would go, "I would abandon him." And I'm like, like, hey, we're recording this. Like this is
gonna
going
go on the internet.
He goes, I know. I don't think I could do it. I just wouldn't love him. And you're like, oh my god, bro. Relax. Holy shit.
That's not, dude.
Bananas.
There is something about when people are being recorded and there's lights.
Yeah.
And they just like, it's like, I feel like they think they can say
anything. There's people who've openly
It's
gone,
nuts.
I would fuck my cousin if she'd let me.
Oh
I think my cousin's really hot. And you're like, what? Women too. Hey, you see your cousin at the motherfucking...
This is on the
Oh,
show.
you see your cousin? He's kind of cute. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? I mean, horrible shit.
Have you been doing it in New York?
No, I haven't yet. I'm going to soon.
Where do you think you're gonna do it?
I think Washington Square Park.
I think that's the move.
Yeah. Or Times Square. One of those.
Or Union, 14th Street is usually.
14th Street? I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe Orchard Street. I heard it's like fucking debaucherous.
There's
Yeah.
really a lot of good places. In
I think
New York.
Union Square could be good. That park area.
There's just a lot of people that
Union
will talk
Square.
to in Union Square. There's a lot of nuts up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like
Washington
nuts.
Square is the same. There's like a mix of students and nuts.
Yeah, that's a good mix.
You go like towards like the evening, you'll get a bunch of, or like on like a Saturday during the day, Sunday during the day, you'll get a bunch of like drunk college kids and then like crazy homeless people.
That's perfect.
Which,
yeah.
and then entrepreneurs who are selling drugs.
Yeah. They're like, I'm doing business. I'm a
can't
businessman.
I can't talk to you. Can you blur my face out? This is my business.
It's not even illegal anymore in any way right
Yeah,
now.
no
No,
one cares.
you can sell weed
It's
everywhere.
crazy.
And crack and whatever you want.
I mean, I think that's chill.
Chill.
I'm okay with basically everything being
Yeah, is it
like
chill?
just totally legal.
Sure, why not?
I mean, I don't know.
Let people do what they want.
I think there'd be like a really bad. I think there's no. If you did it openly, if you were like everything is legal, do whatever you want. If you told everyone they could do that, but if it's like de facto that way and you just don't really punish the people who do it, I think that's probably the best way.
That's actually, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Just hey, let people do what they want. If it's not hurting other people,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you want to,
If you want to shoot up in the financial district, just fucking do it.
heroin and like that's your life.
Would have been
Sure.
funnier if he was on top of the bull when he did it. You know what I mean?
He had like a rope.
I seen a guy do that, and I used to have a bit about it in South Boston. A guy went into the lifeguard towers. I thought it was a lifeguard because he had sunglasses on. And I told my buddy, I go, dude, when did they start hiring lifeguards? He goes, dude, that guy's a drug addict. He's out cold. Just goes up in the lifeguard booth, sunglasses, and just done.
I'm working.
Dude, some parents like, oh, there's a light. Go on, kids.
Yeah.
Just
You shouldn't
swimming.
swim in
Or some guy's like, I'm drowning.
all these kids just start drowning on the North Shore.
They trust
what's going on.
That would suck, dude.
You ever been there?
North Shore?
Castle Island.
Oh yeah, RDP brought me there once. We got lobster rolls. It was great.
I love a lobster roll.
Love a lobster roll.
Love a lobster
What do you do? Do you do cold with mayo or hot with butter?
I like them both, dude.
I like hot with butter.
I was gonna say I lean hot with butter, but I don't mind a
Is that
mayo.
the Manhattan? Which one of them is?
I don't
New
know. I don't
England
think
is the
there's a
cold with
different-
mayo.
I like a cold with mayo.
New England, I have had hot with butter.
Yeah, but they have
mostly.
a there's a divide on that. One is like it's either
Maine
Connecticut
and the other
or
one's Connecticut or
something like
Boston
that,
or
yeah.
Massachusetts.
It's a big deal.
That's gonna be the name of the episode. Hot with butter,
Hot with butter, dude. That's me.
or cold with mayo.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
cold
making
with
me hungry,
mayo.
and we're in a food oasis over here.
Is it
I
difficult
am
to find
hungry.
food around here?
Unless you like bodegas,
cheese.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
where you live is better. That's where
Yeah.
they have good Italian over in Ridgewood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was told there's good Mexican food.
Yeah,
too.
great Mexican food there.
Yeah, I love
Bushwick
Mexican
Taco.
food.
I went there. It was all right.
Yeah, I haven't had anything like locally, like by my place, really. that I've, like,
Locally,
blown my mind.
a local dish for Brooklyn is a chopped cheese.
Really?
You had that yet?
I thought that was a Harlem thing.
Yeah, I think it started up there actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a chopped cheese once. I was like, yeah, it's a fucking
I've
Philly
never had
cheesesteak. I don't think,
With hamburger meat?
yeah, it's a fucking, it's just a
what it
fucking
sounds
Philly
like.
cheesesteak with hamburger. meat.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what is-
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's definitely good.
I had to stop eating them. They were so salty. I feel like it was going to give me a stroke.
yeah, you're gonna get high blood pressure.
Dude, I ate them once. It like happened twice in a row where like ate it and then
Yeah.
went to bed and woke up in the middle of the night so thirsty. I drank like literally a half gallon of water.
Yeah, no,
and
your
I was
tongue is like
what's
a
happening?
sponge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like I was fucking gonna have a
Dude,
stroke.
I drank too much caffeine yesterday, and I was like a little jittery, but I was still really tired, and I passed out. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up, and my hand was like so, like I've never,
up.
like so clenched.
Really?
I'm like, do I have like a disease? Like I'm a hypochondriac, so
Really?
like, yeah, pretty much. But like so I'm like, oh, did I have a stroke? Like I literally for a second I was like, is this a stroke symptom? Did I have a stroke?
Caffeine
Dude,
can do it too.
that happens to me all the time. I sleep on my stomach, so like
You sleep on your
That's
stomach?
literally the worst. If
Really?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
doctor. It's like when they have the graph. They're like, That's
do
the one
not
with the
do
big
it that
red
way.
X through it. They're like, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What's bad
It'll
about
give
it?
you
Everything. It's bad for your organs. It puts pressure on your lungs.
It's going to give you prostate cancer.
Oh, okay.
I just made that up. No idea.
Dude, but I wake up
your ass
probably
is out.
once a week, once every 2 weeks, and my hand is just completely numb, and I have to like wake up.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Because I sleep like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I do that
And
all the
then
time.
I'll like, sometimes I've like jumped out of bed where I'm like,
It hurts.
I'm dying. I'm
Yeah.
dying. And then one time I like jumped out and like walked in here, and it was like 4 a.m, and I'm like, oh God, and my heart's like racing, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
I have like bad blood flow or something. I don't know. I'm a hypochondriac, so none of this is real. But like my feet go numb, I feel like pretty quickly when I'm like sitting on the toilet, and I'm like, I'm diabetic. I have diabetes.
Do you eat bad?
Not great. But I used to be fat, and now I'm not fat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
See,
I used to be pretty fat.
What? When did you lose all the weight?
Like I lost a bunch of weight when I was like 18, 19. I went from like 220 to like 155.
Oh, wow.
And then I gained like 40 pounds back over like a 3-4 year period, and then I lost another like 25 pounds.
Damn.
So
How'd you
I'm,
lose it? What'd you do?
It was just like being lazy and like not wanting to cook or eat or buy food. And then I walked everywhere because I didn't have a car, and it was in Orlando, so shit was not like
Close.
It was close.
Yeah.
So I was walking so much and just not eating. It's really amazing if you move a lot and don't eat.
That's the trick. That's the trick.
It's really not crazy. I feel like I'm already losing weight here too. I feel fucking
I used to
emaciated.
walk. Yeah, when I was especially
You walk
when I was
a lot
first
here.
you
I'm
walk a
walking
ton.
so much. My fucking ass hurts.
I was
have like
eating
a
a lot,
sore
though.
ass.
Really?
I think that might be from
This
something
is what my
else.
dad warned me about.
That's dude.
Because you're
that's-
gonna get it in the ass if you move to New York with the rest
come
of
to
those,
Manhattan.
those Brooklyn queers. That's what he said to me.
A pretty harsh warning. You got.
Yeah, and I go, all right, pops, don't fucking. The place is a slum.
You have
Good
your dad
relationship with my father?
real Republican?
No,
No.
my dad's like a libertarian. I would say
Like
my
that.
dad's like a very he's like a very like he's kind of like a cringe social liberal, if that makes sense. You know, like I love the gays, and you're like, well, yeah.
He's like, I love black people. I voted for Obama twice.
Yeah.
It's like,
All
all right.
He has a little bit of that in him, but he's also like, don't if I have to pay $1 more in taxes, I will storm the Capitol. He won't storm the Capitol, but he hates the government
cool.
and he hates taxes.
I mean, that was the real American way.
Yeah, I mean, he owns a business, so like, so he gets fucked over by the government all the time. Like he owns an HVAC company, so he's like he owns a blue collar business. You know, like these people who they inspect. You know, they work for the government, and and he's like, they don't know shit. They're fucking me over. They're losing me money. Fuck these people. They fucking government leeches. You know. So he's been fucked over enough by the government to be like, the government doesn't work. We don't need it.
Dude, hey, listen.
But he's
it's
also
true.
like, you know, I get it. You know, if she's trans, she's trans. She's a beautiful woman.
Hey, listen, that's about as progressive as you can get from a parent.
Yeah, he's 65, and you know, what do you want from him?
It's pretty great.
Yeah, my
Pretty
mom's like more of just like a regular center left. You know,
And they're from Florida?
they're from my dad's from upstate New York. My mom was from here for a while, like not too long, but until she was like 8 or 10, and then moved to Florida.
Dude, I feel like that's weird. If you meet like a super liberal person over 80, it's about as weird as meeting like a super right wing person
Who's a
under
child.
25.
Yeah.
Like a 24-year-old like super
Right-wing
right-wing
person.
That's the only way you can be a true rebel nowadays, though.
It's true, dude.
You know, if you wanted to be like rebel against all your teachers, you come in with a Trump hat, they escort you into the hall.
Yeah,
like, get out.
That's true, but it also isn't at all. Like maybe to rebel against your teachers, but like it's still like I love my president. Like it's still corny, dude. It's still like I like the government now. It's nice, you know. It's like just don't. I feel like the real punk thing is always just pure apathy.
We
And it's
didn't
just
care at all. Like it was a totally different time, but like it was we didn't care at all.
Yeah.
When you were in high school?
Yeah, like or after, like, and anyone that did, like any kid that
was
was like
dorky.
in junior, I was like, this kid's just. I didn't trust him. I'm like, I don't like this. You know, like you want to be a politician. Like,
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah. I was like,
There was kids like that. Yeah, when I went to high school, it was not that long ago. You know, it was like 10.
those are the ones I
12 years
really
ago.
don't trust. Is someone who has since a child wants to be a politician. It's like this kid is maniacal.
Yeah,
you're
no,
a
they're
sociopath.
they're
Yeah,
sociopathic.
big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I could see Mitt Romney. Like you look at him, you're like, he's not a human being.
Yeah,
he's like
no,
an
he was beating up.
android.
Yeah, he was beating up gay people, being like, "I'm going to be the president."
He's like he's the third highest priest of his of the Mormons. People don't know that.
No, he's not. Yeah. There's no
way.
Romney?
He's a high priest.
Does he have multiple wives? No, he doesn't.
No, I don't think they do that openly. They probably have like
he's got some chicks on the side.
How many kids? Is 13 kids?
I wouldn't be shocked if he had 14,000 children.
I seen a guy on Maury who had 17, dude. I was like 17. Kid, he was like young. He was like 22. This kid is just out there.
He's fertile.
Oh, he's mad fertile.
He's like timing it with their fucking
He wasn't even
cycles.
close to. He wasn't even close to stopping at that age. He was gonna keep. I mean, he's young.
Dude, what is Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon is like he's got like 12 kids now, 13.
He's got a lot of children.
That's I saw he pays over $1 million a year in child support.
Dude, some of these guys, you do the math and you're like,
got to
it's
stay
impossible.
on that goddamn TV show.
He's like, please have me back. I'm sorry what I said about the Jews. I'm so sorry what I said about the Jews.
Did he? Is he off the show?
I think he got kicked out of America's Got Talent. Right?
I mean, that was
he's still on Wild and Out.
Paycheck.
The folks at Wild and Out don't care what you say about the Jews
Because it's wild
and out.
and out.
Both wild and out.
So
I always thought it was wilding out.
Wild and out. I think it's wild and.
It is wild apostrophe and apostrophe in, but I was always we're wild and out. We're wilding.
We're wilding.
We're wilding out.
Wilding.
But it's wild and out, which is strange.
Wild and out. Wild. I don't know,
dude.
This is a hot conversation.
I gotta call Nick Cannon.
Let me, let's get him on the phone.
Yeah, Nick,
hello. Oh man. All right, dude. We're just about an hour.
Oh, okay. I didn't tell any stories.
That's okay. Do you have one locked and loaded that you want to tell?
Not really.
No, it isn't a necessary story.
No, it's not. I usually, to be honest, I tell people it's a storytelling pod so that people have stuff ready to go if we don't like.
If the pod sucks.
Yeah, if we're not like vibing.
So anyone who's told a story on your podcast, they weren't good.
No, people tell stories.
Podcast?
I mean, they make good clips. That's why. Also, we tell people to bring stories because they.
I did have one story that I was thinking about telling, but it's not like a getting in trouble story.
That's okay.
It's kind of like a getting in trouble story, but it's like really dark for me.
Yeah, let's tell it, dude.
So when I was
we'll end on that.
So when I was like 15 or 16, I went on Omegle.
Okay, yeah.
And there was like someone I was chatting with who I thought was a 15-year-old girl.
And you were also 15.
And I was also 15.
Just to make that clear.
I was 15.
And you're chatting with a 15-year-old
girl
okay.
on Omegle.
Okay.
And she was like, "Hey, do you want to like jack off to pictures of me?" And I was like, "Yes, obviously, dude. That's all. That's why I'm on Omegle. This is a dream come true. I'm so happy."
Yeah.
And then we exchanged Kik information. I don't know if you're familiar with the app Kik.
It's like
WhatsApp or Telegram. It's like these like anonymous texting apps, you know?
Yeah, untraceable.
I think you see where it's going. But so then I'm like, all right. And then she starts sending me naked pictures of someone. And I'm like, hell yeah. And she's like, send me a picture of your dick. I'm like, here's my dick.
Oh my God.
and then I notice like the fourth picture is like a different person.
Oh.
It's like a different girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's trouble.
I'm like, oh God. And then I like go off on this guy, probably this guy. I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm 15 years old. You have pictures of my dick. What the fuck is wrong with you? I thought you were a girl. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like so mad at them. And they're like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. I just don't know.
Oh my God. He said that?
Yeah, he goes, I'm sorry, I'm gay. I just don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm gay.
I thought it was going to be a blackmail scheme.
He's okay. Then I don't know.
He's just taking you for a ride.
It could have been a guy who looks like you, but it was
okay. I don't like this.
It could have been a guy who looks just like you.
It's the second time you're like, he looks exactly like you when he was incredibly racist.
Yeah, he was a racist pedophile who looked just like you, and his name was Dylan. He was going like, oh,
coincidence.
He was going, I'm sorry, I'm gay. I hate myself. I don't know what to do. I sent you pictures of a girl from my school. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
oh my God,
that was a clothed picture. To be fair, the one,
okay,
because then the other ones were just like cropped, like cam models. You know, like you could tell because like. It was like it looked like it was in front of a webcam kind of thing, like a laptop webcam. And then I go, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like all this shit. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm gay. This is what I really look like. And then he sent a picture of like a waifish, like pale, like little sickly little gay guy with like gamer headphones. He's like, and like,
I feel like get a newspaper and prove that's you.
Yeah, that's what I
Take a
should
picture
have.
with
But
the
I was
newspaper.
so embarrassed and scared and like mortified and like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I do? There's a gay guy with pictures of my dick. He might be a fucking grown man. You know, I was so scared, dude. And then I got so anxious and like scared and embarrassed and this feeling that I started puking. I was just like vomiting profusely. And my mom's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm sick."
Dude, that's awful. I heard this.
You didn't tell her? You were like,
No, I know. I stayed home from school, and
Oh
she was
my
like,
God.
"I can't believe how sick you are," because I was genuinely just I would eat something, my stomach was so in knots. I
No,
would just
that's
vomit it
horrible.
out. Yeah,
Some kid killed
Is
himself.
that how you lost all the weight?
yeah, that's how I lost all the
That's how
weight.
you
I
lost
realized
all
I was
the
a
weight.
homosexual.
Dude, a kid killed himself. Almost the exact same
Really?
story.
He
Except
killed
for
himself?
They get the kid to do it, and then they blackmail him. They go,
Oh,
we're going to
no.
send this to everyone in your school. And I don't know if they have the thing.
That would get me.
That's
So
horrible.
the kid went along. I don't know what he was doing, and it seemed like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get the money, whatever." And then he didn't like go to anyone. Just boom.
That's
Wow.
And I was
horrible.
like, "Dude, those guys need to be dealt with." You know.
Oh, yeah.
I think these were
Yeah.
possibly overseas scammers, but I don't know.
No, I
But
got like
that's so vicious.
I think I just got gay catfished
Oh yeah.
by maybe an adult man. I don't know.
The
Probably
reality is,
an adult
it's
man.
probably less innocent than even you made it out. He probably sells these pics to pedos, so that's probably his real scheme.
I wonder how much mine costs.
Oh, dude.
He gets it. I mean, how upset would
Would
you
you be
be
mad
if
if
he
it's
was
part
just
of like a cheap package? Like,
yours
like,
is just
Dude, I remember
yours
him
is
saying,
the preview picture.
Yeah.
I remember him saying, "You have a veiny dick," like complaining. I'm like, "You're complaining," and then I became indignant. I went, "Oh, sorry, Mr. Pedophile. Is my baby dick not nice enough for you?"
He's arguing with the pedophile.
Oh my God, dude.
I go, "People pay good money for that baby dick."
Dude. So you know what's nuts? Similar to that, I was a prosecutor in Massachusetts for a while. I worked for the DA's office, and one of my jobs, I had to like part of my job. Sometimes I would go to schools and have to give these presentations. Dude, I had to go and give a presentation once to. I thought it was going to be like 25 kids.
Yeah.
Dude, I had to give this presentation to the entire 9th grade class.
like
It was
200
like,
kids.
dude, it was 250, 300 kids. And I had to tell this presentation about the dangers of Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was wild. Essentially, the way the law is written is that if you're even taking pictures of yourself and you're under 18, you're in possession of child
Oh,
pornography.
come on, dude. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, if you then listen to this though. This is the way that
So
they're
I'm
not
a
prosecuting.
yeah.
people.
What I did was
they're not
illegal.
prosecuting people because
Yeah.
everyone's doing it. But it was like, hey, just so you know, if you take a picture of yourself and you're under 18, you're now in possession of child pornography. If you send that to someone else,
Jesus.
you're now disseminating child pornography, dude. And I go, and the fun thing about Snapchat, you guys think that all the videos
Goes away.
because there were these like girls in the front and they're like giggling and shit to each other, and I was like, well, the nice thing about Snapchat, right, is that the pictures disappear, and everyone's kind of laughing. I go, yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
somewhere.
don't. They're held on a server.
Yeah, they're not
so
on
that-
your phone.
Yeah, I go, they're kept, they're maintained, and they were like, oh my God, dude, they were horrified, and I go,
Gosh,
Well, you can really tell who's really sent some bad ones out.
I feel
just
bad for
passes
them,
out.
dude.
It's
If they
fucked.
don't know that,
yeah.
brutal.
So that's why we would go and do these presentations.
Yeah.
The only time people would get in trouble is if or prosecuted.
Yeah.
Is if people, usually guys, but it was like, oh, send me a picture, and then they send it to the whole school, and
Yeah,
then
that's
you would
fucked. That's a horrible thing to do.
Oh, it was fucked up though. Like they would bring you in with a cop into
Yeah.
the DA's office to be like, we have to decide if we're going to prosecute this. You'd have to come in with your parents and be like, these are the pictures that your fucking son is sending out to the school, and being like, just fucking shame the shit out of them and be like,
Jesus.
if we prosecute you, you'd be have to go on a registry, sex registry, and
Oh my
these
God,
16-year-old kids, and they're like, oh my God, I'll never do it again. And just scare the shit out of them.
I would. Yeah.
I'll never
Get
forget
straight.
that.
You learn your lesson.
yeah. I would love for that to have happened to me. I'm like, I puked and I'm gay and I don't even know, and now I'm gonna go to jail.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget that presentation. That was fucking wild.
Dude, yeah, I felt So that was my story.
That's good, man. I like
Yeah.
that. How do you feel? We're over an hour.
Sure,
We typically do an hour. You feel good?
I feel great.
Dude, that was great, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on. Hey, let them know where they can find you, where they can follow you.
Yeah, dude. Check out the Gene Jax podcast on YouTube, JeanJax, and Christine Official on Instagram.
And
one question,
on
on Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Michael?
Mike T. Kerrigan, Instagram.
Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And Troublemakers out every Wednesday. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Like the clips. Rate, review, and subscribe. Give us a goddamn 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Pods. And we'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Thank you.